Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. It's that time again. Where to begin? You know what? This video is going to be headlined, and you will have already seen it. That's probably why you clicked on it. Uh, it's going to be Chaos Shoots Jeff Hardy Part 2. Same outfit that I wore in the first Jeff Hardy video, matter of fact, now that I think about it. But this video is a little different because this video is not me sitting here yelling, screaming, cussing to Jeff Hardy. It's just kind of about Jeff Hardy. All right, let's think back. In March, Jeff screwed up. Jeff pissed off a lot of people, including me. And if you haven't seen the Chaos Shoots Jeff Hardy video, please go watch it. I will probably, I might even link it down below. And I might link it right here. I don't know. Just so everybody can see it or have access to it anyway. I was pissed. And those of you who saw it could feel the anger and the wrath and the just I was so pissed. I couldn't believe that somebody who wanted so much from the fans and I'm doing this for you and all this to pretty much shit on everybody. Okay, but for this video in particular, let's backtrack. Let's backtrack 2 years. All right, Jeff Hardy is the WWE champion. Jeff Hardy has a match against CM Punk in a cage on SmackDown right after SummerSlam. Jeff Hardy loses this match, and Punk does the beatdown, the injury beatdown to put him out because Jeff wants to take some time. Totally understandable. Totally understandable. Jeff wants to take a little break. Uh, it's just one of those things. He's burnt out again. That's fine. Take a few months, come back. Except for he didn't. He went to TNA 6 months later. Not even 6 months later. But right after after his contract was up with WWE, it wasn't a week later that he got arrested for, and they charged him with like 4 or 5 different things. It was the same thing, but they just worded it 4 or 5 different ways because apparently now if you are in possession of drugs, you are trying to sell them or conspiracy to drug trafficking. That really kind of pissed me off because I'm thinking here's a guy that come from he just main evented the second biggest pay-per-view of the year for the WWE, and now he's selling drugs like 2 weeks later. That makes absolutely no sense. Why would he do that? That's dumb. Anyway, so for 2 years, and of course most of this time, year and a half of this time, he's been employed by TNA Wrestling, and he's been heavyweight champion, and that's all great. That's more power to Jeff. He's excelled, and I wanted to see him excel. But this past week, Jeff uh, he pleaded guilty. It was kind of a plea bargain between his lawyer and the court system or whatever in North Carolina, and he pleaded guilty to I can't I don't remember the charges or whatever, but so you think, okay, well, he pleaded guilty, so now what? Well, pretty much nothing. Pretty much. And you know what? This is this is kind of goes back to Jeff Hardy. You are a fucking idiot. You're an idiot for even doing it for one reason, and then having massive amounts enough that you know you stooged off the wrong person, or you pissed off the wrong person, I should say, and they stooged you off. Anyway, uh, you must have shortchanged one of the guys you bought all this stuff from, because they had a warrant and they came and got you and all of your stuff, and now it's all been snorted and popped and everything else, everything that you had. Again, you're a moron. But the silver cloud, or the silver lining around this whole dark cloud, is you've been in rehab and you've been bettering your life. Okay, you're from what I understand, because let's face it, I don't know the man. I only can report on what I know, or what I read, okay, or what I see. Appears to me that you have done right with your family, with your fiance Beth, which I wish that I could find a woman like Beth Britt, because and I hold her in the highest respect, because she has several times has went to bat for you, even when you've done completely stupid things. I wish I could find a woman that good. So I say kudos to you for finding her, and kudos of her for sticking up. Maybe she's stupid too. I don't know, for sticking around. I won't say that, but that's probably something a lot of people are thinking. Now, I am of the mindset, if you will, that if you screw up and you humbly and honestly are trying to repair the situation, I'll give you another chance. No matter what you've done. And trust me when I say, I've had a life, relationships between people, whether they be boyfriend, girlfriend, best friends. I've had situations I don't want to get into that I've had to make those hard decisions. Do I give you another chance? Okay, Jeff Hardy's a wrestler. He's nobody special. Wrestlers aren't special. They do things, they use their popularity right. A lot of them do. Some of them don't care. Some of them won't ever do anything right. And that's fine. Jeff's done a lot of good. Let's not overlook that. Okay? Jeff's been really great to his fans. Let's not overlook that. In March, you made a bad choice. Well, actually, those were a couple of bad choices, actually. But I digress and I move on. Okay? I am over that. From all that happened. And this is not even a shoot on Jeff Hardy. That first part, that was more of a shoot on the legal system, because you, you you've been in litigation for almost or more than 2 years, and you can't you just maybe there wasn't enough evidence, or I don't know how there wouldn't be, why you would want to play a guy out when you got him by the balls. I mean, he didn't like kill anybody or anything, but I mean, drug trafficking is that's a pretty good that's a pretty good charge right there. So I guess to move things along, they offered a plea. He took it. Whatever. It's horrible. because if he was guilty, which he said he was, he should go to jail. And that's just the honest way. If I go out and I get if I have possession of cocaine and I get found with it on my person or in my home or on my in my car or something, and the cops arrest me and I say, yeah, that's mine, I went and purchased it and I was going to snort it, then I should go to jail because of a charge. Now, if they try to charge me with drug trafficking, I would know I didn't try to do that. I wanted a high. I went and bought it and whatever. I don't do cocaine for any of those watching. Although a lot of you probably thought so. A lot of you that watched the first shoot video. I don't do drugs. But that's just the way I see it. Now, as far as the whole Jeff's returning, he's giving this big speech thing, whatever, I knew that it wasn't going to be good. I had people who were in attendance in Birmingham tell me that they made a big deal for a week. Well, 2 shows that Jeff Hardy's coming back, and they made a big deal about it. And I didn't hear and I'm sorry. I didn't hear I majorly screwed up. The only thing I heard was him say, give me another chance. That's it. And I know that it was totally scripted because I'm sure, they released Matt for being a dumbass. And, he's walking a fine line. He's walking that fine line right now, and he can't screw up. So he went out there and did exactly what, Hogan or Bischoff or Dixie or, Vince Russo or whoever told him to do. He went out there and done it. He's a company man. That's what he was going to do. The problem I have with it is that whoever told him to say that's a fucking moron. This was one of the hottest topics in professional wrestling history. Jeff Hardy was drunk and high when he went to the ring. So bad that he almost fell 3 times getting to the ring. Between coming out and actually going through the ropes. He almost fell 3 times. He almost fell at the top of the stage. He almost fell getting up the steps. He almost fell getting into the ring. I mean, come on. It should have been a longer... I know I messed up. I had a lot of demons in my past. I'm working through them now. I beg for your forgiveness. It should have been a longer spiel. It shouldn't have been more storyline. I tweeted out Thursday night when I watched this that there's certain points in professional wrestling that real life happens, and that was one of those situations. They called an audible during that match and said, Jeff, we can't let you do this. We can't let you compete like this. Which they should have never let him go out, but once they let him go out, they were like, okay, he's a lot worse than we thought. All I'm saying is, TNA fucked up. Royally fucked up. Because it was already real. You need to ride the wave. Is all I'm saying. Because that is what's going to grab people's attention. Not Hogan and Sting, but riding the wave of truth. Trust me when I say that right there is a ratings getter.